Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the Cleveland Browns behind the #1 overall pick in the draft, Baker Mayfield, take on the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
Out wide they have A.J. Green, who can run every route you want on the route tree and take the top off of defense with his speed and has the length to go over the top of people to catch the ball. But maybe the most impressive thing about him, the only wide receiver ever to be a Pro Bowler in his first 7 years in the NFL.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as he moves the offense backwards. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a pickup of 8 yards to move him into a 3rd and 13 here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 7. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know. The season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break, but how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Lucky 56. Detroit.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Hard throw. Incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Time to look at the defensive starters for Cleveland. This unit, third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still second down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right, and this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. That is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree. One thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Here's Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's going to carry him out of the side of the end zone. And that, my friends, is a safety, 2 points.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And an alley to run. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Over the middle, and it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up a run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Holding, offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
After the penalty, it's Mixon, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the 1st quarter of action. 2-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From midfield here, Dalton. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding, offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrived at this 2-0 score. See if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board knowing
Looks like
that
soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
A give. This is Chubb. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Andrew Billings in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They go play action here on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. 23 yards on the play. And that was not the long, drawn-out drive that you were talking about when it started. Anything but.
I saw this drive going a little differently in my mind, partner.
I think we both did. Unable to really move it. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Defense able to get there. Swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now a toss play to Bernard. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Fakes the give to Bernard. His throw incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
A chance for us here to discuss Jarvis Landry. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Detroit!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Leopard!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Gun! Detroit!
Mayfield down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Bernard. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. The final act of the first half. Dalton and Green with a catch left side. And they can't bring him down. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll kick things off with a couple of blue-collar towns with blue-collar football teams. Baltimore hosting Oakland. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. Seth Roberts, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Watch it now, Barney.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go to Johnson again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Bernard. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And the Giants have extended their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he's got room. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Play fake. Mayfield escapes the sack. They'll roll him out right. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Gone! Detroit!
Mayfield now from the 50. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Mayfield. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Mayfield on play action. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Fells has it, left side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They come out here in the eye.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talked about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Dalton. On the right side, caught by Green. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Dalton here from the gun. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So Dalton now. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught at the end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Another chance for Dalton. Floating one, incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
This will be Dalton again. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Oh, it's been good to see Tyler Eifert regaining his form as one of the best red zone tight ends in the league. Remember in 2015? Led all NFL tight ends with 13 touchdowns. Injuries have kept him to just 10 games the last 2 years. But when Tyler Eifert's healthy and he's in the red zone, look out.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Geno Atkins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Michael Johnson in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Room here to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back.
They won't, and offensively, your challenge, should you choose to accept it, take care of the football and run out the clock. They can't just go and turtle, as we like to call it, just tuck in and just sit on the ball here. Try and get that 1st down and finish the game off.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Face mask. Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th.
Automatic
Hard to
first
believe.
down.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bengals, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.